I know. Don't bite my head off. It's been a minute since I covered Rat City. But honestly, I was letting them cook because honestly, they have been losing me these past few issues. But I'm back now, and a war is about to break out. The current ruler of Hell is not liked by many people, specifically the Progeny. So the Progeny go out of their way to find champions, three specific champions to represent them and what they want to fight for. Peter, of course, is one of them. But the rest, you see the rest. As we jump into this video, we see Amon in his lab coming to the realization that the nanotech of the deviants will never let them die. That's a really interesting fact because right now Peter is going through hell. He's stuck in the in-between between life and death, and he's forced to fight a zombie herd. In his mind, like I said before, the Progeny is looking for a champion. Peter, of course, is the #1 candidate. I mean, he's basically, technically, a Hellspawn. He's just alive. He's not supposed to be alive. They want him dead low-key. That is why in his mind, he's going through hell. He's fighting continuously, fighting to survive. That is when we come to the realization that some of the Progeny don't really see him as the perfect candidate. I mean, he's strong, but he lacks the force. He lacks the courage. So they make up the plan to take the deviant for themselves. The deviant being the nanotech suit he has on that gives him his abilities. They shapeshift into his main man, Reese, that died. And this wrecks Peter. Like, he's seeing his brother in arms, alive again, fighting for him. Now, if you're wondering where are the other candidates, Victor is losing his mind. For those of you who don't remember Victor, he was basically the CEO of the organization that hunted down the deviants. And he was a member of a cult as well. This cult actually blinded him, and now, like a foolish slave, he's in hell, thinking this was his destiny, thinking he was the chosen one. He really wasn't. Arif was the only one that was actually physically ready. He wasn't no soldier, but he could fight. He was here for revenge. You see, Peter and his kill squad had taken out his brother, so the Progeny decided to possess his body and get him into an accident to bring him to the in-between for the express purpose of getting revenge and low-key becoming their champion as well. Now, if you're following my train of thoughts, you can figure it out. There are 3 batches, or rather 3 groups of Progenies. Each of them support one candidate. The people who supported Peter, who actually just wanted the deviants for themselves, tried to take the suit. And honestly, Peter gave them because he trusted Reese. So when Reese said, "Let me fight for you, let me protect you, give me the suit," he said, "Of course, my bro, take the suit," disregarding the fact that that was power, sheer power. Speaking of sheer power, let's return back to the good agent who thought she could kill a deviant. She lost her whole squad, and because of this, she went for the boss, who actually failed to inform them about the deviant in the first place. She blew up his lab. It was too funny. She had a bad week, but she was leaving here with something. She was leaving here with something big, because the last surviving member of the lab explosion, who actually planted the bomb, was now her partner. Since she knew everything that went on in that lab, they were going to sell it for boku bucks. Now, where was Quinlan in all of this? He was with Kizzy, Peter's girl, and she wanted to know everything, but he wasn't really trying to share. Boy, we are in hold up. Speak before I break your teeth. Everything was falling into place. The Progenies had their champion candidates, and now the candidates were about to do battle. Now, it was about to be chaos. Because yes, they got the suit, but they realized instantly the suit didn't have them. The suit was tailored to Peter. As soon as they put that shit on, they started to burn from the inside. He took it back and was begging, "Please, Reese, don't die." That wasn't Reese, son. You are in your own head fighting your own demons. And right outside, Arif was beating your ass. Now, Arif got some hits in, but the suit was never built to allow his host die. It was going to attack Arif. So they made it clear you need to go to his mind and fight him there. With your clear boost and conviction, you should have superior fighting power. And so he changed his form into his warrior form and jumped into another man's head and tried to kill him. But I don't know why people think Peter is a bitch. Peter was a warrior. He's weak right now, but he isn't weak, especially when he has that suit on, because as soon as he attacked him in his own mind, it was up. Now he knew who to fight and how to fight him. Peter has always been good with combat. Even when it was just to protect himself or to take people out, he was good at them both. And now, in this mindscape, he was doing just that. Even if the man he's fighting is way, way powerful. Because even he noticed, this guy is strong. His conviction is solid. They come from two different worlds. Peter had a good childhood. Arif, on the other hand, was a tough life. He wasn't even sure where he was going to eat. Peter had a backyard. Arif had a war zone. His life was different. And you took the one guy he was sharing in this life. You killed my brother, and I will kill you for that. I promise. Now, the two candidates were facing war. Where was Victor? He was going through his own test because he was in the in-between. He died straight up. The others were either in a coma or just knocked out. He was different, and he saw the leader of his cult, who made him go blind, promising him he was the chosen one. Now he realized he really wasn't. Let's just say that simple fact brought out the murderer in him. Victor killed him on the spot with his bare hands. No more. No more chosen one bullshit. If I want to change my life, I'm going to do it with my own hands. Yeah, you're going to need to do that because the champions, these guys knew how to fight. What do you know how to do? It was like watching two gladiators go at it. Peter was still dangerously confused as to who this guy was. And that is when he remembered, yeah, him and his team actually killed a kid during that last mission. It was his fault. He could have done something. And especially because he lost his brother as well. He knows the loss of a loved one, especially a brother. He took it. He just knelt down and said, if there is no one left to pay for the sins, I'll pay for it. End me. He accepted the blade. Before Arif could end him, Victor came through. Yeah, in the spiritual plane. Homeboy has been suffering because, the rest of them were just here for a mission. He was here because he died, remembering all his pain, his history, his training, because they didn't just blind him. They beat him down to make him strong. He was supposed to be a warrior, representing his cult. He has fallen many, many times, but he always picked himself up. This time, he did just that. And he was coming for the man who took everything from him. Because remember, Peter is a deviant. He actually has connections to this guy's company. He was a CEO before he took his own life because of the so-called cult. He wanted revenge. The progeny came and said, champion this, champion that. He said, get the hell out of my way. I'm here to kill you and this Peter prick. I don't give a shit about no champion. They looked at him in disbelief like, ugh, humans. He bound homeboy on his knees and forced him, just like Peter, just like Arif. Welcome to the tournament of champions. Now, fight. As soon as he got there, he wanted the first blood, but Arif wasn't going to let that happen. This motherfucker killed my brother. He's mine to end. The progenies realized, they need an arena, so they just erected one. And now it was time to fight, because Peter, even if he accepted the sins, he wasn't trying to die like a chicken. He stood up like a man and fought. Coincidentally, in the land of the living, we see his girl and his best buddy finally encounter a deviant that wasn't him, because this was what was causing the traffic. A deviant who saw every single human right now as a demon. He was on a warpath, killing everything that moved. And sadly, Quinlan and Kizzy moved. Will they be alive? We don't know. Our main focus is on hell. Victor killed the court leader, yes, and that sent his soul from the in-between to hell, where he was greeted by the current ruler of hell, the Viscerator. She looked at him and was like, ooh, you look good. Use him as fodder. Oh, and by the way, Becker, I heard one of your boys is alive and he's causing chaos in the land of the living. One of my boys. Who is it, my queen? The Yankee. He laughed. The Yankee? Nah, he ain't no match for me. Say the word and I will bring you his head. She smiled. Of course. Oh my God, the next issue is about to be fire. This is why it took so long. I wanted this shit to build up, and it has built up. We're about to witness death, unlike we've ever seen it before. It's about to be great. Please hit the subscribe button, leave a tip, all of that good shit. All right, peace.